Our cocktail reception, I would like to thank some sponsors who have made this event successful. We have golden sponsors. They are Conoco Adams, KPMG, Continental Minerals, Harmony Asset Limited, Nego Corporation, Silver Corp Metals, and we also sponsors. They are Blake's, CHF Investor Relations, Fraser Milner Cousin Green, GoPack, Hudson Russ, Mason Placement. We also have some supporting institutions. If you know the names of these institutions, you can find our these institution names from promotion materials.
Thanks, Li Shin. Thank you. Hi, my name's Linda Sims. I'm with BNN, Business News Network, and BNN is one of the proud sponsors of this forum. We had a terrific afternoon. We listened to some speakers telling us about the opportunities and the challenges in China and how some Canadians can make connections to those investments in China. So I'm delighted that you're all able to come out here and participate in the cocktail hour, and we hope that you're going to take the opportunity to meet some of the people around you. I think you're going to make some interesting connections. But right now, I would like to introduce a guest speaker. You may not know this, but our TSX has been very proactive in bringing Chinese companies to list on the TSX and the TSX Venture Exchange. It's just one of the ways in which we're making new ties with China. So to hear a little bit more about that, I'd like to introduce David Kaiser. He's head of global research for TSX Group. David?
Thanks, Linda. Thanks for getting everybody's attention. So thank you.
Okay.
And I realize it's difficult to compete with a bar on a Friday afternoon at, 10 to 5. So I'll just try and make a couple of very brief comments and try and keep it sort of punchy and light and let you get back to the entertainment. First off, I want to thank everybody for coming here today and thank the sponsors, or thank the organizers for allowing us to sponsor and speak to you. For those of you that couldn't attend today's sessions, I think one of the things that I took a lot away from the opportunities that are going on and all the contrasts that are China, but I think my favorite comment was one of the speakers in talking about the opportunities. His quote was that it's a bubble, but a bubble isn't a bad thing unless it bursts. I thought, what a great way to phrase that. And so that for me will replace the fear and greed dynamic as the new way to look at it. TSX Group, Toronto Stock Exchange and TSX Venture Exchange spend a lot of time and energy on China and what we think the opportunities there are. Richard Nesbitt right now is in China, and as we see China get more integrated into the global capital markets, you'll see more of this. The World Federation of Exchanges right now is having its annual meeting and its board meetings in Shanghai, and so he was recently, just this week, re-elected as one of the board of directors of the World Federation of Exchanges. We do have roadshows that go to China regularly. In fact, we're on one right now in conjunction with the World Federation of Exchanges meeting. And we've done 4 roadshows already in 2007. We did 3 cities at each roadshow and 200 attendees at each event. So we are trying to get out in front of market participants there as much as possible. When we talk about China and the listings business, I think some of the people today did have some very, very good comments and statistics. But I just thought it's worth noting that China is actually the second largest source of international listings behind, obviously, the United States. And so we have seen some success there, and we do realize that there's tremendous potential there. In fact, when we look at the number of Chinese companies that are listed, I think the number bandied about today was 52, and that's including Chinese-related companies, but pure Chinese companies. Companies with headquarters there, management there, and operations there, we would count 36, and that represents about 16% of our international publicly traded companies. In 2002, we listed 3 for the full year, and already year-to-date in 2007, we have 6. And this includes companies from all sectors. My focus is mining and oil and gas, but we see them from energy, from mining materials, forest products, manufacturing, tech, and biotech. And I thought the other thing that was interesting is of those 36, a lot list by initial public offering and reverse takeover, IPO and RTO, but actually 6 of them came in through the Capital Pool Company program, which allows management to raise money before they actually have an asset or a business. And what it means is that investors are having increasing confidence in Chinese management. And all of that has led to a tremendous amount of financing and trading. In 2006, the financing for companies with Chinese operations was 147 million, and we're already at 700 million year to date in September. So you can see a tremendous uptake in the amount of financing done, and of course the trading that's done. We had a value of 1.9 billion shares traded for all of 2006, and we're already at 4.8 billion year to date in September of 2007. So the community is getting behind it, and we're seeing the facilities being used for access to invest in Chinese companies directly on TSX and TSX Venture. And then we have, of course, I'll end with just a couple of quick comments on some of the interesting clients that we have. Of course, you've heard about Continental Minerals, Silvercorp, Monduro, Red Dragon, Hanway, and Sino Forest. And really our customers are probably our best marketing, so we hope that they're going out and spreading the word. Three, I think, particularly interesting ones we saw in the last couple of years. Intercitic, which is a company, gold exploration in China. We actually had the governor open the market, so it's the first time that somebody from the People's Republic of China actually opened the market on the Toronto Stock Exchange last year. The second one is Magao. Obviously, that's a very, very big success story for us in potash and potash-based fertilizers, and they graduated from the venture exchange to the senior market. And to somebody's comment about the venture being AIM, I would challenge you and say that what we've tried to do is have a growth market where we actively get them go from a junior market to a senior market. And then finally, Harmony. It was nice to hear them speak today, and we're very proud about having them as the first interlisted company on Hong Kong, and we believe that model is as a key to success in working with local governments and participants is to work with the local exchanges. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention today, and please enjoy the bar and the weekend.
Thank you. Our next guest speaker is Willy Crew from KPMG. Mr. Willy.
Thanks for the standing ovation. Just a couple of words. Different David, I think I will be short. Anyway, just wanted to, I spoke at an outbound investment conference in Beijing and was absolutely blown away by the number of small to medium-sized businesses that are looking to come out and invest in other countries and are starting to try to figure out what Canada is all about. And the one thing that people fail to realize is China is our #2 trading partner right now, and we're probably number 10 right now for China itself. So we're just at the infancy of where this is heading. And from KPMG's standpoint, for companies like ours, we're involved with the GCFF because of the quality of the people we see here, the work that Joe and Fournier have done to amass the quality companies here, and we're thrilled to be part of it and to be able to meet so many incredible companies that want to come out, and so many want to see us and other people like us. So on behalf of KPMG, on behalf of GCFF, Fournier and Joe, we just want to welcome you, and hopefully this will be a fruitful event. I know they all have been. They worked tirelessly to bring all these people together. And I'm glad to see the interest in Canada because we think it's a great country, a great place to invest. We think the TSX is second to none for many of your companies. We say that when we travel throughout the world, and we travel to China. And I think the more that you find out about Canada, the more you find out about TSX, and the more that you come out to the conferences that GCFF put on here and in Shanghai and in the US, the better I think our relations will be. And we look forward to a long and happy relationship between Canada and China. And from a Canadian standpoint, we're thrilled to have you all here. So thank you very much and welcome, and have a great evening.
Thanks very much. Well, I certainly echo that. We do appreciate you coming out, and I hope you do have a chance to speak to people, meet some new people here, enjoy the food and drink. Let's have a cocktail hour. Thank you.
好，何先生，很感谢你不远万里了，从香港飞过来，然后请您对我们这个活动呢发表一点意见了，以及您对香港和中国内地的股市的未来的看法，简单的给我们一些讲解好不好？
我觉得这次活动呢举办得非常好。我前一段时间呢，在东南亚和亚洲其他市场呢也去过一次。那么加拿大呢，我觉得能有这样一个机会和加拿大的投资者，以及让中国的企业能到加拿大呢有一个曝光，这促进了两个国家的投资者和市场间的交流。我们希望这个机会呢将来能够越多越好。那么对于中国的 A 股市场和 H 股市场的话呢，我们中长期都是非常乐观的。因为成长性是摆在，因为国内经济的高速增长呢，为股票市场的良好表现呢提供了一个非常坚实的基础。 但是现阶段的话呢，我们觉得短期内 H 股的这个投资机会可能要略比 A 股稍多一些，所以希望大家的话能在投资国内的公司上面呢取得比较好的投资业绩。
好，谢谢您和谢谢。
So Alan, thanks for coming today to attend our GCFF conference. And I believe this is the first time coming. What do you feel about this conference?
Oh, it's an excellent conference. I've met some very good people, and I have some clients who I've introduced to some excellent people here. So it's one of the best forums that I know of where I can do the matchmaking that I need for key prominent people that will make business happen.
Well, that's great. And I believe that Alan will be coming to your opening ceremony tomorrow too at the Hilton Suites Markham. So we look forward to having you there, Alan. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much. I look forward to it.
We're glad to have Fraser Miller Casgrain, who's also one of our sponsors for today's function, to be here. And beside me, we have Michael and also Charlie. And so, Michael, what do you feel about GCFF? And what do you feel about, China and, so forth?
Well, we are really excited about the opportunities in China. And in terms of GCFF, this is now the second time in Toronto. We were in Shanghai, and every time it gets better.
How about you, Charlie?
Well, I think GCFF is a great place that you organize really good conference, and that allows us to meet some of our very important potential clients here, and we thank you for that.
So again, we thank you for your support to this event, and we look forward to meeting you at another event too. Thank you. Norman, we thank you for your support. I know you're coming on behalf of Canadian Business Magazine, being our national media partner for today, and we thank you for that. So what do you feel about GCFF? And I believe your group has participated in many of the conferences in the past, and what do you feel about it?
I see it's getting better and better every year. The people interested, there's a wider people. I notice people here from the federal government. I've noticed people here from industry and obviously Bay Street. And I think, you really are to be congratulated, because when I first met you and your predecessors 5-6 years ago, you were much smaller. And now, you take a look on a Friday night, you fill a room. I keep on talking to people who are investing everywhere from Tibet to everywhere else. And I really think you ought to be congratulated about all the great work you're doing, because, it's very difficult to bridge the gap between two countries, whether it's Canada and Europe, Canada and South America, or Canada and China. And it really needs people like your organization to actually bring people together. And I think you're doing it superbly well.
So thank you for your compliments, Norman. We really appreciate that. And we thank you for your support and also your group support. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Claudia.